Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, where you can see great games played badly. I'm John and this is Timberborn. As you can see, the drought has just ended. We've done alright for water. Everything seems to be relatively well hydrated. Over here you can see we have actually finished our levee construction. We're still laying in these explosives, obviously. We have had a couple of problems. Firstly, over in our central district, oh, thank you autosave, we're running a little bit low on the old food. Like, dangerously low on the old food. I have set them to build, there we go, a new warehouse, and I'm going to turn off everything except for, come on, everything except for wheat flour and wheat and bread. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Because I noticed that the grist mill here just wasn't producing anything, so that's not helpful. Down here we have our one of our bakeries. There we go. They can make bread now. Yeah, so that's okay. Keep an eye on this because the water is returning and will flood if I don't pay attention. Over here as well, we are not doing well for food. So I'm thinking about removing some of this tree planting up here, because we don't really need it, and putting in some more farmland for this farm to, and this farm to look at. So I will do that. We'll keep these in for the maple syrup. And we will remove all of those resources. No, you're not going to be able to reach that, are you? Oh, you'll be able to reach. You will not. We'll leave it at that for the moment. We'll get rid of that, and we'll replace that with some more crops. What do we need in this district? Potatoes would probably be a good idea, wouldn't it? How are we doing? We've got lots of wheat and wheat flour, so that's being turned into bread. Presumably. Yes, that is being turned into bread. Okay, so hopefully that will help resolve things. Now let's just make sure everything's set properly here. So you're set to 2.5, that's fine. You're set to 2.5, that is also fine. Right, let's speed things up and make sure the water comes back without flooding everything. Which is not one of my skills, obviously. Yeah, we've completely run out of water in this little section here, look. So the water coming back quite quickly would be helpful. We've got a fair amount of water stored in this district, so hopefully that will last them until the water actually returns. Come on. There we go. So yeah, so halfway through the first day is how long it takes for this reservoir here to fill and start feeding through. Not ideal. It shouldn't take as long to feed through this way, because I did let some water out already of this reservoir to keep this one topped up. So there, yeah, that's already started to filter through. Right, I will spin on until the water is fully returned, and then we will look at the next stage of the construction project. Okay, the waters have returned, and as you can see, yeah. Not as bad this time, but, you know, it's still flooding. I did close the floodgate before it reached this point. That same ebb and flow of this has washed more water in and just flooded, so yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everywhere else, things appear to be going okay. Food-wise, back in this district, we are much better off. In this district, yeah, we're improving as well. So, yeah. Hopefully we've managed to avoid any major problems there. Now, over here, we are still waiting for these explosives to be laid in. I think we can reach all of them. We should be able to, yeah. But obviously this is going to take a very, very long time. So, let's have a look. You're nearly empty. Let's take everything out of here. Except for explosives. And we'll do our best to fill up this warehouse with explosives. Now, who is producing explosives? This district is producing explosives. Where are you sending them? Nowhere. Guess what? You are now. Distribution limits. Let's have a look. Am I on the right place? Let me just double check that. So, this district. Distribution limits. Explosives. Let's say 200. Nope, that was 20. Let's try that again. 200. Hopefully that will just send all of its explosives across, in theory. You're still flooded. Yeah. Uh-huh. Sure. Okay. Now, over here, I think I've decided that I'm not going to bother decreasing the level again here. I am going to continue destroying this, however. So let me put some steps up and a path across just for the moment. I will put in another lumberjack, and I will I will pause the game, and I will mark a tree cutting area in there. And I will get rid of that random one there. Anything else we need to get rid of? Nope, that looks okay. Yep, that's all fine. Okay. So they'll come and clear out this these dead trees, and then we can lay in some explosives on that section as well. And bring that down. That will give us a little bit extra farmland there. Right. Other than that, we are just waiting. I did have a suggestion in the comments that was actually almost certainly what I'm going to end up doing. And that was to, in order to get the power up onto the this level here for our second pump, why not just use... where are we? Barrack buildings. Because power is shared through these buildings. So 3 of those, one on top of the other, will bring us up to this level. And we'll then just have to feed the power into these down here, which will be simple because they're right on top of the power line. Feed one into there from those... Let me lay this in to see if I can explain it a bit better. Right, I'm going to need to destroy all of these. I'll do this and then I'll come back and show you what I mean. Okay, so this is roughly what I'm thinking. I've got it set to low priority, but they're building it anyway because they haven't got anything else to do. But this is what we're talking about. Now, it looks ugly as hell, obviously, because that's the way I build. But we've got 3 barrack buildings here. We've got the power being drawn up into these barracks. We've got it feeding out along here into this pump, and we've got it feeding out along here up and around into this pump, which should work. Will work. Definitely will work. But obviously we are going to need to put more power onto this line in order to drive all of this stuff. So, in the meantime, How are we doing? We have 86 explosives in this district. We don't have many beavers in this district, though, do we? How have we got? We've got 6 in the hauling post, no unemployed. Right. Let's find ourselves some beavers. We've got homeless beavers somewhere. Where have we got homeless beavers? Okay, we've got 1 homeless beaver over there. I don't know where the other homeless beaver is. Okay, never mind. We've got 23 unemployed over here, so let's send some of you across. I think it's District 11. Yeah. Let's send another 5 across. That will do for now. Let's open up some spots in the haulers. When you're ready. There we go. Come on. There we go. So we've got 1 more unemployed in this district, but we have a full haulers, so hopefully this should start moving along. I mean, this down here, they are going to build it, so it looks like this is exactly what we're going to do, which is fair enough. What I will do, however, once they've built this, is I will remove this and replace the straight power shaft under here with an angled one, a high power shaft, and then I will bring the power along this way as well, because that will give us more room to put more engines on it for a start. Okay, so I'm going to have to spin on for quite some time to get any of this done. So I will do so, and I will keep an eye on our food situation. It looks like we're okay. So that's good. Yeah, we should be fine. But I will spin on until at least we've got this section of ground here covered with explosives. Well, we're through to day 10. I've made a few small adjustments. So down here, I've put in some potatoes and a second farmhouse to speed things up. I've also put in a second forester and put in some blueberry bushes and a gatherer, because our breeding has halted down here because we're no longer sending berries to this district, so they need a supply of their own. Over here in this district, I've put in another bakery to make bread. Over here, as you see, I'm laying in some explosives up here to create another large patch that we can put in some more spadadoc, because we keep running out of spadadoc in this district to grill. How are we doing at the moment for it? In fact, we have none at the moment by the looks of it. Where's our... yeah, unable to get spadadoc. So I'm laying in this so we can extend this, flood it, and well, it will automatically flood once we blow it up. And then we can put in another aquatic farmhouse and some more spadadoc in there. Over here, you can see that these have been built. The gears along here are starting to be built, or the power structures along here are starting to be built. Having this on here now, or setting this up to build along here now, has caused us a minor problem in that we can no longer reach this corner of the levee. So I am going to take out these 2 structures here and put the path back in, just until we're actually ready to put all that together. But our explosives here are ready to go. Our explosives up here are ready to go. I will blow these ones first. Okay, that's opened up a little more land for us, a little more farming land. I will get rid of this path. I'll get rid of that bit as well. And I will put some more crops in this section here. We'll have some more carrots along there, and we'll fill the rest with potatoes, I think. Up to about there. Should do it. That wasn't potatoes, that was carrots. Let's try that again. Potatoes. That's better. There we go. Okay, so that's set up there. I still need to decide what we're going to do with this this bit of land up here. I think probably at the moment we're absolutely fine. We don't need anything more up here. Yeah, we can kind of leave this district to its own devices for the moment. Our major focus has to be sort of the new district, doesn't it? So we'll just have to hope that everything else, you know, chunters along quite happily. I will set these off, because we do have more explosives to lay in here. There we go. Right, and to be honest, I can get rid of this path as well, can't I? Oh, and there goes the stairs. Never mind. Okay, now we need to lay in explosives all over the place and figure out how far it is that people aren't going to be able to reach, because it's going to be probably fairly close by. So I'm going to need to put some yeah, I'm going to need to put some steps down somewhere. Well, I've got steps down here, so I'll lay in a series of paths to get enough coverage to lay in all these explosives, and then I'll be back. Okay, day 13, as you see, we've just got the drought warning. And we haven't got very far with laying in these explosives. Yeah, this is going to take a long time and a lot of explosives to deal with. Over here in this district, I am currently in the process of putting in another paper mill, because we're just not producing paper fast enough for our two explosives factories to produce explosives fast enough. So hopefully with another paper mill on there, that will help. Over in this district, things are okay. I've put in some more food for them, because they are not so much anymore. We've got 668 food in stock at the moment, but they were hurting for food a little bit. So I took out some more of the trees, because we've got plenty to cut that aren't being cut because storage is full. And I put in some more carrots. I was thinking we could do with some more farm space over here. We've got these farms over here, in theory, producing carrots for potatoes for us. Over here, I've extended our food crop, put in some more carrots over here. Yeah, that's about where we are at the moment. Everything else seems to be going okay. Our population is creeping up slowly. I am keeping an eye on that. We've managed to restart the breeding in this district. We are collecting some potatoes now, as you can see. Just need to double check. Okay. We'll put you on planting. Yeah, that's basically where we are. Over here, we're still not quite finished putting in these explosives because, as mentioned, we're not producing them fast enough. So yeah, I will spin on for 3 more days until the start of the drought and see how far we get. See if the extra paper being produced in this district helps at all. And we'll see. Yeah, we'll see where we are. The drought has just begun. I was a little bit trigger happy with the with the floodgates. So this section's very full. This section's pretty full. Everywhere else is okay. I'm probably going to need to let some water through because it's going to be an 8-day drought. It shouldn't be too bad. We'll see. Over here, still haven't quite finished laying in these explosives. Although production has picked up a bit because we do have another paper mill here when it gets the logs. I put in some extra wood up here, some pine, just to get some quick growing wood through. I've put in some more farmland, or in the process of putting some more farmland in up here. Just getting rid of these dead trees. Let me fill in the blanks. Where are we? Potatoes. There we go. I've left a gap here, obviously, for our aquatic farmhouse for when all this is finally finished. We do have Spadadoc coming in now, which is nice. I've laid in some explosives so we can put in a whatever they're called, a thingy, a water dump. That's the word. And fertilise this and maybe get some more crops going in up here. Because the food situation is fluctuating wildly in this district at the moment. And now we have maple pastries. And they've gone. Have they gone? Yes, they've gone. Okay. Yeah, down here, everything I think is still the same. Don't think I've changed anything in this district. Nope. This district is still the same, I think. Over here I have put in another engine. So that's producing. We're now producing 2,400 horsepower on that. But obviously we are going to need an additional, I think, 1,400. Yeah, 1,400 to run both pumps. So yeah, we're going to need at least one more on there. I can't do the maths in my head. Hang on. So 30 would leave us with 14. Okay, yeah, so we might be able to get away with one more as long as we don't put anything else on this grid. But we're probably going to want to put at least 2 more in there. Over here, as you can see, it's taking a really long time to lay in any of these explosives. I have put one down here, so we can have a look at this. Yay. And we'll put in a water dump down here. Because that will fertilise this and be able to put in some more crops. I'm thinking putting in some wheat down here and maybe trying to set up a grist mill and a bakery somewhere. How much power does the grist mill require? 60 horsepower. So I mean, there's nothing really to stop us bringing some power up from here. That's assuming we actually have laid in the power across there. Anyway, that's a plan. Right, this is day 2 of the drought. Unfortunately, day 1 of the drought didn't record. So, things are proceeding. You didn't miss much, by the way. We still haven't quite finished laying in these explosives here. I'm putting in some explosives here, so we can put in one of our little water dumps to fertilise this area, maybe get some more crops in up here. Everything else is as it was, really. We still haven't... Spin over here. We still haven't laid in a lot of these explosives, as you can see. We have, however, laid in some down here, and we are putting another water dump here, so we'll be able to put some crops in down here. I'm thinking putting in some wheat. Then we can maybe sort of bring the power up from over here into this district and set up a grist mill and maybe a bakery and possibly some other industry as well. Not that we've got a lot of resources in this district to do that, So it might just be worth putting in a power wheel with the grist mill, but we'll have to see. Yeah, other than that, the new engine here is up and running. Because I lost the recording, I'm not sure what I've said and what I haven't, so I'm just going to repeat myself. I've put in some additional large water storage tanks here and there, just to increase our water storage across these districts. I've put in another one up here as well. Yep. Yeah, other than that, I've fertilised this area, and I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I think I'm probably going to put more farmland up here, and again put in some wheat, because I have constructed this little engine and a gear workshop and lumber mill. So we still have plenty of power coming off of here if we want to put a grist mill on here. And I've left the power junction open in all directions so we can split power up if we need to put more in. We have plenty of wood in this district. All of this is here to be harvested, so that's no problem. Yeah, but that's where we are. So I will spin on once more until the end of the drought, and hopefully at that point we'll have finished laying in the last couple of explosives up here, because I don't really want to set that off and open it up before the waters have returned, because that would just drain this whole area. So I will spin on and then I will come back when that is ready. Okay, 1 day left of the drought, and you may be able to spot a small problem. Yeah. And there's not a lot left to bring through. So we'll drop these down. I suppose we can let a little water out through here, can't we? No, we can't. It's not deep enough to let any out. Oh dear. Right, well, we'll have to see what we can do with this. Not a lot, I think. But as I said, there's only 1 day left, so with any luck, we'll be able to survive. Yeah, up here I have planted some wheat and put in some storage, which is already full. Let's have a look. What else have I done? Down here, I can turn this back on again now. I've brought the power up this way, and I'm going to bring it in underneath here, and I'm going to put my grist mill up here, because we've planted up some wheat down here. We have a couple of farmhouses there. We're getting on with the explosives. They are taking their time. I have put some more in down here, however, to widen the depth of this. Well, widen the depth, but widen the deep part of this this little pond. And I've missed one there. There we go. So yeah, so we've got more deep water to draw from, because that's been running a little dry. How are we doing? Have we got enough to let some through here? No, we don't. Right. Let's risk it. We'll speed things up and hope things are okay. Okay, start of day 3 after the drought, and as you can see, we have some problems. So I'm going to turn this pump back on. These pumps should now be providing, so hopefully that was a close call. I don't think anyone's actually died of thirst at the moment. But yeah, pretty close run thing. It's taken this long for the water to return, basically. I still haven't opened up the floodgates at the end here, as you can see. We'll open these up so that we can fill our secondary reservoirs as well. Yeah. That was, yeah. Hopefully we're still going to be able to get back to where we were. We have 5 water pumps working at the moment. And they should all, yeah, they all have access to water. This pool should fill up again now. Yeah. We really need to look at our water storage. So I'm going to bung in a bunch more of these large water tanks in this district for a start. Everywhere else appears to be mostly okay. Haven't really had any problems, so that's good. Our wheat up here is still being planted. I've put in another farmhouse, and we'll set that to planting to speed things up along there as well. And yeah, other than that, we have some explosives to set off. So we'll do that before the water gets too high. We'll start over here. There we go, and we'll spin around. And we'll get this lot as well. There we go, that gives a little bit more storage space for water in there. We are going to need to open this dreaded floodgate. But I will keep an eye on that. And we will leave the episode there, ladies and gents. Thanks very much for joining us. Do give us a like and a subscribe if you got this far through, and if you would like to see more in the future. Leave us a comment, let me know what you think. Any advice is gratefully received, as anyone who has already given me advice should hopefully be able to tell you. I am well aware that I'm not very good. Hence the tagline of the channel. But yeah, please do give us a like and a subscribe, comment. Join us next time. Check out the other videos on my channel. I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten.